before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep, as eulogy chanted by stars. Into that serenity, their lost time forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times. I made
Hello, Anvil. How are you doing today?
free from
Building blocks are fun, but destroying buildings is even better.
That is a crazy line to start with, Silas. How are you this morning? Also, what are all these achievements I've unlocked? Let's see. Secure. Oh, it's because I was playing kitty cards last night and I closed out before I could get to the... Okay. Yeah, I did a bunch of kitty cards and claw machine last night. Ooh, 180 diamonds. Excellent. Excellent. Right. Let's run through the basics really quick.
You want to decide?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah! Silas!
There's a quid pro quo. It'll
There
be
always
long
is
term.
with you. Okay. Whatever you say. I'm just gonna run through while we take a few minutes. Go. Yeah, I have 10 plushies with Raphael. Goody. To the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Yeah, no, my head is still filled with K-pop demon hunters, and I am just as obsessed as most people are. What can you do? What do we have in the exchange? Oh, that's right. I have enough for 5-star cards. I think I have, let's see, 180 plus 180 is 260. I have enough for 2 5-star cards in the Wishing Well exchange. Oh, looks like there's a Rafayel one in. Yeah, okay. There's a new Rafayel one in the rotation, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Oh, hello, Raphael. I was not expecting that view. Star, so there is some kind of date attached to it, but we'll deal with that later. And I'm 30 away from being able to grab the Silas one too. I'll deal with that later. Yes. Set that up. We're not going to be pulling anymore until, let's see. So the wedding banner starts on Thursday. I work tomorrow, so I won't be able to stream. So my plan is to just go, we'll finish up the Raphael branch today, and then no stream tomorrow, and then Thursday I'll start pulling for the wedding banner. That's my plan, as it stands at the moment. These. thought the promise had already switched over. Tasks. Daily. Okay. Alright. Look at that. I've reached level 63. Okay. I think we have... I have a bunch of phone calls that I have not dealt with yet. So...
Answering your call isn't easy, kitten.
What's that?
Is your number some kind of lottery hotline? I spent the entire afternoon trying to contact you.
I don't know why it would be that hard. Really? It's probably because my phone was on Do Not Disturb. Looks like you're today's lucky caller.
You're out of breath. Running again, I presume?
I wish. Yep, just one more lap and I'll have perfectly hit today's workout goal.
So, you called me now because you wanted me to witness your moment of triumph?
That works. Actually, it was a misdial. You know how easy it is to accidentally tap the screen while working out.
I'll hang up then.
Don't! I was kidding. I'm stretching right now. The workout was exhausting and I need your voice to recharge.
I'll accept that as your reason, kitten. But you were going pretty fast for your last lap.
How are you tracking me this time, Mr. Anakinus? I haven't finished my run yet. It started raining, so I took shelter. Can you hear the soft pitter-patter of the rain?
I checked the weather forecast. The rain won't be stopping anytime soon. You forgot to check the weather before heading out, but remembered to turn on Do Not Disturb. Interesting.
To be fair, that is absolutely a mistake I would make. I know what you're trying to say. You've never used Do Not Disturb before?
Never.
He's been waiting 20 years for you to call him. Of course. Who would dare to disturb Silas, our big bad boss man? Your status alone keeps people at bay.
Don't bother with the flattery. You're the only one who calls me anyway.
Seriously? You run a whole criminal organization and no one ever calls you? When you put it that way, I feel a little guilty. How does putting you in a group with priority notifications sound?
I wasn't already in a special group on your phone?
Poor Silas, his ego is taking a hit today. Huh? I couldn't hear you. The thunder is really loud and the rain is getting heavier. What did you say?
Where are you? I'm already near your place.
Are we going for a romantic stroll in the rain?
We'll be skipping the romantic stroll in this weather. I drove over just to avoid someone getting caught in the rain after her workout. Nursing a sick patient isn't exactly my strong suit.
Okay. We will slowly work through the calls over the next few days. For now, going for a few minutes. And my cords are all tangled up in my chair already. How about we get back to Land of Secret Flames? Alright. Okay. Let me get a drink of water, because we know I'm going to be reading a lot. My poor throat. I had tea earlier. Okay, so recap for anyone who wasn't here yesterday or just has a memory like mine and doesn't remember. So, rich jewelry man purchased a necklace that was not up to par considering what he paid for it. So we got Raphael to invite us to this guy's anniversary party so we could investigate and see if he's actually using it to smuggle protocors. We also found out the guy is being threatened by Ever because everyone is being threatened by Ever. That's just how this game works. But we are currently sneaking around the yacht trying to get a hold of this jewelry to see if it is actually smuggled protocors. And that's where we are. Okay. Hang on. Let me reorganize some of my cables. We would have already gotten the jewelry if it weren't for those 2 island buyers. Missing the opportunity that appeared before us, we returned to our room. And even though I'm upset, I have a new suspicion. Anvil says, sounds exciting. There must be something Ever wants on that island. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so focused on it. Ever wants everything. Like, it's...
Who knows? Maybe they have too much money to spend.
Not everyone buys sports cars like you, right, Raphael? Raphael removes his mask and sets it aside. He rubs his wrist.
Before I injured my shoulder, now it's my wrist. It seems like my hands have to get tortured somehow whenever we're together.
It was an emergency. Are you hurt? Let me see.
Of course I am. Look.
Knowing you, it's just a momentary ache. I hold up his wrist. Several minutes pass before I find a faint mark from a fingernail. That's exactly what I expected. Oh, it's a serious injury, all right. Raphael unbuttons his cuffs, loosens his collar, and sinks into the chair. He eases himself into a comfortable position.
Are you still thinking about the jewelry thing?
That's the whole reason we're here! Yeah, I won't be able to catch Maxwell if I can't get close to it.
Honestly, I think this guy isn't as suspicious as you make him out to be. He wears his heart on his sleeve, you know. He's wealthy and hopelessly in love.
I doubt it. Since you decided to approach him, he must be more than just a rich, romantic fool.
He's a simple-minded, generous, wealthy guy I want to work with at some point. Is there a problem?
Then why are you pretending to be an opera singer when you're an artist? That excuse might fool others, but not me. I think Maxwell is far from innocent. Since this involves the association's secrets, I can't say much. I'm forced to beat around the bush. The protocol smuggling he's doing isn't a simple business venture.
Is that so?
You already know this. I know that you know this because you just love to act innocent and ignorant. You're such a brat. Why would someone be looking for us at this time? Did we get noticed? I can't help but be on edge. You know, it might help if you actually had a line about someone knocking at the door just in case people missed the sound effect.
Relax. You're practically wearing "I'm not innocent" on your face right now. Even if they have ill intentions, do you really think the two of us can't handle it?
That's true. You're right. Raphael opens the door, but before I can see who it is, he turns around. He's holding a tray. Grape mousse? That... See, here's the thing. I have already tried 2 recipes based on this game. I don't think grape mousse is going to be one of them because I admit that just sounds kind of weird to me. It was mentioned earlier in the story. They used it as a cover saying that she really enjoyed it, but I'm sitting here going, grape moose? That
Aren't you hungry after working for a whole night?
lighting on the small terrace outside the room is gentle. With the refreshing sea breeze, we have a nice dining spot. However,
It's okay if you don't want to eat moose, but don't be a meanie to it.
what am I doing to this moose? I realize the dessert is a mess because I poked it so many times. I'll eat it. I devour a spoonful of mousse, but it's not long before I'm thinking about the jewelry again. It'll probably be in his wife's hands once the ship docks tomorrow. At that point, approaching it will be almost impossible. Do I have to talk to his wife? I'm not good at lying. You're really not.
I see you're genuinely hungry.
Eh? He scoops the grapes off his dessert and gives them to me.
If you can't come up with anything, stop thinking about it for now. Where there's a will, there's a way. Maybe we'll get our chance once we reach the island. Shouldn't those two Ever people be a bigger problem than Maxwell?
Their obsession with buying the island is a little weird, but you can't blame them. I absolutely blame them. And I absolutely think that is suspicious and probably something we should be prioritizing.
If you compare Ever to Maxwell, then that protocore smuggling stuff isn't something to be concerned about.
Right? I'm a bit surprised, but I start thinking. Good. I feel like you haven't been doing enough of that. Like I said, when MC does something I like, she's me. When she does something I don't like, she's not. That's just how this game works for me. Raphael's intelligence network is complex and full of secrets. If he's saying this, then he probably knows something. You do have a point. I'll keep an eye on them. Too bad I didn't get to see those two. We should try and follow them in case...
Okay, it's time to stop using your brain.
Raphael waves his hand in front of me. His expression becomes stern.
I told you that so your mind can take a break. It wasn't so you could throw yourself into another problem.
He does not know how this girl's brain works yet. But, like a magician, he pulls out something to feed to me. I bite down, and it's a candy sweetness floods my mind. I bite down, and a candy sweetness floods my mouth.
Right now, you're only allowed to think about one thing. One thing. Which is replenishing your energy before going to bed.
You're feeding me all this sugar before bed? Maybe the sweetness makes me drowsy. In what world? Hearing the churning sea, I vaguely remember resting my head on a pillow and closing my eyes. Before I realize it, I'm slowly falling asleep. The sound of the waves reverberates in my ears and slowly flows into my dark dreams. Faint moonlight spills over the pitch-black sea, carrying an ethereal chant from afar. This is... I feel like I've been here before. As if sensing my arrival, the singing grows more peculiar and sad, as if it wants to convey something to me. An inexplicable sorrow stirs in my heart and mingles with nostalgia. I can't help but reach out to that elusive melody. Yet the waves surge and the sea roars and swells under the howling winds. It's at that moment the song dissipates. It drowns in the raging torrents. That sound ended very suddenly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to Jewel Reef. We are gathered here today to celebrate the wedding anniversary of Mr. Maxwell and Miss Gabriella.
Because no one in this game has last names.
We have prepared various means of transportation for your use. You may relax at your lodgings or explore the island. What's most notable about this island is the extraordinary blue hole situated at its center. It's a rare marvel of the world.
What do you mean, blue hole? The worst part is they're probably not going to animate this, so I am going to be left wondering what this looks like. The next day at noon, the yacht reaches the island. A middle-aged butler welcomes the guests.
The ceremony will be held at 7 o'clock this evening. Transportation will be arranged to ensure all attendees can make it to the manor's banquet.
The butler guides each guest to the cars individually. With a smile, he turns his attention to us.
Do you need anything, sir?
We're good, thank you. He's feeling a little land sick. Why is he pouting now? Raphael, why are you sulking? Come on. Raphael leans against my arm. He raises an eyebrow and reveals a slightly disgruntled expression. I could tell.
I have a headache because someone had me appreciating the sea breeze with her late into the night.
You weren't complaining last night.
Maybe you should...
Oh, I think I forgot to read a line. It's normal for sea creatures to have allergies on land. I understand.
Stop trying to understand.
Since I cut that off, I'll play that line again.
Maybe you should stop trying to understand.
Ow. I'm sorry. Raphael, do I have to remind you how many pulls it took me to bring you home? Oh, but I don't understand. Right. At that moment, as if a delicate string tightens around my heart. Oh, sorry. At that moment, it's as if a delicate string tightens around my heart. A faint tremor ripples through me. I think that means there's an ether core on the island. I turn around to see several guests and guards escorting a safe. Behind me, they pass by. I was kind of right. The jewelry. There's definitely something off about it. Unfortunately, my hunches aren't enough to justify a proper investigation into the jewelry. I still need to figure out how to get accurate data on the jewelry with my watch. Once I have that, the association can officially start an investigation on Maxwell. Confronting these guards head-on isn't impossible, but cleaning up the mess that would come after will be troublesome.
Chill out. Once we're at the banquet, she'll wear the jewelry. You'll have plenty of opportunities to get close to it then.
Exactly. Just go up, say hi, introduce yourself, and, just let your wrist pass past her neck. You'll have all the information you need. This is not that complicated.
Is it really...
Sorry, I missed my line. I can only hope. Wait, do you have telepathy or something? How did you know what I was thinking?
Is it really that hard to guess?
Your thoughts are on your
That hard to guess?
face, girl. A car appears and stops right in front of us. Raphael opens the door. He grabs my shoulder and turns me around. Get in the car and stop making a scene.
Save the challenges for tonight. We're on an island vacation. Are you really going to spend the whole time frowning?
Probably.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where we can find the best view on this island? Can you take us there?
I can refuse. Raphael gently pushes me into the car. Didn't you have a headache? Now you're fine? He immediately rests his head on my shoulder. Uh-huh.
Nope.
The driver proves himself... Oh! Is this supposed to be the blue hole? I would not describe this as a blue hole. The driver proves himself to be very vigilant. The driver proves himself to be very I keep wanting to say vigilant with a D. That's not what the word is. Okay. The driver proves himself to be very diligent. He takes us to a tranquil place by the sea. Raphael and I walk on the grassland. One side is an expanse of lush vegetation, and the other side is the azure sea. The underlying anxiety in my heart slowly dissipates, perhaps soothed by the breathtaking scenery. It is very pretty. I would love to be there right about now.
I heard about this rare blue hole before. We gotta check it out to make this trip worthwhile, don't you think?
You say that, but you're not here just for the... Okay, I was talking about this yesterday. Infold, please hire me to line edit the English version of this game, because some of the grammar... I could fix this. I could fix some of the grammar issues and the misspellings and the point where you use repeated words too close together. I could fix this. Just Infold, please hire me. You say that, but you're not here just for the view, did you? Pretty sure that's supposed to be, are you? You said I can't talk, but I swear I can line edit. You said you needed my help. However, you didn't do anything on the yacht. That means your real goal is related to the island.
Not bad. You want to keep going and guess what I'm aiming for?
Something to do with Lemuria? I start to think, if there's one thing that Raphael is particularly interested in, then this place is related to Lemuria. They say time works its magic on everything. Who knows? Maybe this tiny island was once a small garden in Lemuria thousands or millions of years ago. Is this where Ramiro stood?
I can't say for sure if it was a Lemurian garden, but... Many, many years ago, this place was part of the ocean.
He crouches down and separates a small cluster of grass to unveil the rugged, rocky surface below.
Look, these are traces left behind by a coral reef.
I crouch down next to him. I look closely, but I can't make out anything.
It's been eroded over the years, so it's not obvious anymore.
Of course.
Once upon a time, in an era beyond anyone's wildest imagination, this place wasn't covered with grass. Coral reefs stretched as far as the eye can see. Shells and countless sea creatures, like fish, shrimps, and crabs, used to call it home.
Why are you making me sad?
Distant and intriguing, the land was a realm of unfathomable mystery to them. But in the end, their once familiar homeland turned into the strangest of worlds.
His tone is light, tinged with an elusive emotion. His words are carried away by the sea breeze as soon as they leave his lips.
Why are you just standing there? You don't want to keep walking?
Are you thinking about your homeland, or I wanted to look at you? Let's do I wanted to look at you. It's nothing. I wanted to look at you for a bit.
I see. Well, you can look all you want.
Your hair is very short. Did you know that? We walk along the coast. As afternoon sunlight dims, the sea breeze becomes slightly cooler. With every step we take, the terrain gradually ascends. Out of the corner of my eye, the dock we arrived at earlier has turned into a distant white speck. Looking down, I notice the rocky tidal flat where a small boat is beached on the shore. Is that supposed to be a decoration?
Judging by its structure, it looks like an antique from a few centuries back, but it's in good condition. The main sail and jib are intact, and the hull looks fine. Once it hits the water, it'll be gliding through the waves.
What exactly is the jib of a ship? I just realized I have no idea what the jib is. At the very least, it's more reliable than the boat we took to Hat Island. Raphael clears his throat and looks away. He pretends to be nonchalant about it. Smiling, I meet his gaze. Speaking of which, don't you think we have quite a strong connection with boats and islands and all that? The last time we were on an island, we basically got shipwrecked and ran into some wanderers. Who knows what sort of surprises are waiting for us. We also got to see his mermaid tail for the first time. Are we gonna get to see that again? I would really like to see Merman Raphael again. I know we probably won't, because this came out way before. But still.
I guess there's a lack of faith, huh?
It's only natural given our past experiences. Take this moment, for example. You said you'll show me the blue hole, but we've only seen flowers, plants, and rocks.
Whoa, easy there, cutie. Look, we've arrived.
Where have we arrived? Okay, so this is the blue hole. Different from the coastline earlier, a deep blue sea appears before me. Oh, I think that's the blue hole. Okay. A massive blue hole is nestled beneath the circular cliff, where the sea seems to have ceased flowing, transforming into a mesmerizing blue gem. Peering down from the edge, I feel like I'm looking straight at the deep sea's soulful eye.
Watch where you're going. Don't let it lure you in.
I bet it will try. Raphael grabs my arm and pulls me back.
Well, Maxwell picked a decent venue. This is actually the best spot to view the blue hole.
I look into the distance and spot a cluster of mansion-like buildings on the lower land across from us. A few figures can be seen. Waiters are preparing for the banquet. It's beautiful. No wonder Maxwell chose this place for his wedding anniversary.
It's not just beautiful.
He picks up a small stone and throws it. It lands on the edge of the blue hole before vanishing into the dark blue depths.
The oxygen levels are super low in the blue hole, and light can't even reach it. Barely anything can live there.
Well, that is intense. And the music is apropos.
So, over time, all sorts of rumors about it began to emerge. Some say the blue hole is a gateway to another world. Others believe it hides countless treasures.
So what is it actually, Mr. Sea God? People tend to have a wild imagination when it comes to unreachable locations.
But there's not any concrete evidence to debunk these rumors. An unimaginable secret might be hidden in this blue hole.
And you either already know or you want to find out. Raphael turns his attention to the blue hole. His clothes billow in the wind, and he looks like a bird ready to take to the skies. As if at any moment he's about to dive straight into the profound, dark blue abyss. An inexplicable tremor reverberates from the depths of my heart. Yet I'm not sure if Raphael's words or a distant call from under the sea caused it. that's where this background comes from. I had wondered. It's 7 p.m. The ceremony for the wedding anniversary takes place as scheduled in front of the manor near the Blue Hole. What a name. Amidst the guests' applause and cheers, Maxwell presents the jewelry to his beloved wife, Gabriella. Wearing a mask, I hide with Rafayel in the crowd, listening to Maxwell passionately recounting how he first met his wife.
The gemstones used in the jewelry are from the place where they fell in love with each other. Talk about being hopelessly lovey-dovey.
There were many rumors about why Maxwell bought it. Turns out he had a romantic reason. But it's also disappointing in a way. Because you have weird priorities, MC.
However, this is only part of my gift.
Okay, here we go.
Gabriella, what I truly want to give you is this island.
Huh? As soon as Maxwell finishes speaking, fireworks explode in the night sky and cast a colorful glow upon our surroundings. I just want to say, over on my personal account, I haven't played this part. I played the Zane branch. This branch is way more chill than Zane's. You know, we're not caught in an alternate dimension with wanderers everywhere threatening to, like, drive Zane mad and kill everything. I was expecting a lot more fighting. Under this radiance is the Blue Hole as it emits a faint light. The water's surface shimmers like a precious gemstone.
They say this blue hole is a rare wonder of the world. Not only is it this island's heart, but it's also the sea's.
Little red flags going off, talking about the heart of the sea. Again, I'm with the sea god. What is going on?
My wife entrusted me with her precious, pure heart. And so, I was given the gift of experiencing the best love in the world.
This guy is cheesier than the love interest.
That's why I'd like to offer her the world's most precious, purest heart.
The ocean's heart is not pure. What is this gobbledygook nonsense? The ocean is dangerous. Poseidon is an asshole. I am so tired of this propaganda that the ocean is all nice.
This
I'm not falling
island's
for
official name is Gabriella's Atoll.
Okay, what does atoll mean? A ring-shaped coral reef, island, or series of islets. An atoll surrounds a body of water called a lagoon. Sometimes atolls and lagoons protect a central island. Channels between islets? I think islets connect a lagoon to the open ocean or sea. Atolls develop with underwater volcanoes called seamounts. Okay. The fireworks become increasingly more magnificent and dazzling, accompanied by joyful laughter and applause. Gabriella, who's brimming with happiness, tightly holds her husband's hands. These guys are making even me sick. The jewelry she's wearing around her neck is even more brilliant.
Don't ogle so much. Even a mask can't hide how you're eyeing the jewelry.
We'll call it a personal interest. I'm trying to come up with a conversation starter for when I approach her later.
This is easy. Just say, Gabriella, your love story was so moving. I would be honored to hear more about it.
That's actually perfect. I don't think that's enough to earn her trust. That's absolutely enough to earn her trust. Besides, you don't need her trust. You just need her to talk to you. And that doesn't require trust. This is a rich person party. No one trusts anyone, but they still talk.
Remember, to Maxwell and his wife, you're the girlfriend of Yosef's illegitimate kid. With such a complex background, it's pretty clear that our love story is filled with obstacles. So, it's only natural for you to admire the romance between Maxwell and Gabriella. She might even pity you.
For anyone who wasn't here yesterday, no, we have absolutely no other context for who Yosef is, just that he's some rich guy that Raphael is pretending to be related to. Raphael, did you work as an actor before? How are you able to easily slip into any role? Yes, we know he was an opera singer in Verona. At least I know that, because I've somewhat studied the lore. Raphael adjusts my mask that's slightly askew. He softly chuckles.
Go. If you don't move now, someone else will snatch this opportunity.
I take a deep breath, clutch the hem of my dress, and walk to the center of the crowd where Gabriella is. Please remember your cue. Over half an hour later... We're gonna skip it entirely? We had to put up with that one guy in the jester mask being an asshole for like 5 minutes, but we're just gonna skip over this conversation?
How was it?
There weren't any energy fluctuations. Away from the lively manor, a large, serene plain rests on the slope near the blue hole. Disappointed, I sit down on the grass. My gaze is fixed on the almost still sea water within the blue hole. Can we stop saying blue hole? I'm sorry, that just sounds so weird and just a little wrong. My sigh soars into the air, releasing me from the weight of my emotions. Even when I sensed it in every way possible and scanned it with my watch, the jewelry showed no abnormalities. Never mind. Captain Jenna said that finding ether cores would be a long-term struggle. It can't progress as smoothly as I hoped. I'll treat this as an island vacation.
I haven't even started comforting you, and you're already coming to terms with it?
How are you going to do that? I'm willing to listen to your plan. Raphael props his chin in his hand. It appears as if he's lost in thought for a moment.
I haven't made up my mind yet, you know. But maybe this will cheer you up?
He takes out something from inside his coat. It's a small bundle of... sparklers?
Take one.
Sure. His fingertip glows. Before my very eyes, small fireworks blossom from it. I can't help but laugh. Raphael, I discovered one of your new skills.
Hmm?
You always manage to pull out something unexpected from your coat. How many surprises are you hiding?
Not a lot. These are all I have.
He ignites the remaining sparklers and passes them to me. In my hand, they magically transform into a dazzling bouquet. Seemingly attuned to the mood, the sea breeze subsides and allows the sparklers to glow until they flicker out. Then it rises with the tide. Let's go. It's about time we head back.
Shh.
A serious look appears on his face and he turns away. Taking my hand, he swiftly guides me to a nearby rock.
We have company.
Seeing his wary expression, I hold my breath and write my question on the rock with my finger. Maxwell? He shakes his head. After a minute or two passes, I hear voices that are moving toward us. Calling it now, it's gonna be the Ever Creeps.
We're ready. It won't be long before things get chaotic.
Someone gonna die?
When the time comes,
Head to Maxwell's private collection room. It's in the southeast corner. Find it while I stay in the manor too.
Voices. They're those people from Ever. Called it. Are they scheming something because Maxwell refused to give up the island? On the rock, I write the question, Ever? Raphael nods.
If only Maxwell sold the island to us. Then we wouldn't have to go through all this trouble.
Weren't you listening to the higher-ups? The stuff that's hidden on this island is very important. It can't end up with the wrong people.
What is this stuff exactly? Do you want to share your big secret with me?
Okay, we're going in guns blazing, I guess.
Who's there?
Flames encircle the two. Raphael approaches them slowly, one step at a time. I grab my firearm. Are you going to explain yourselves, or would you rather have a thoughtful discussion at the Hunters Association? They clench their teeth and refuse to speak, and just when I'm about to make another inquiry, I sense a powerful surge of metaflux. Raphael, a wanderer is about to appear. I saw this coming. My watch sounds the alarm, which coincides with the violent tremors that shake the sea. I hurry toward the blue hole, but Raphael blocks my way.
Before we continue, I need to ask you something. Do you like treasure hunts?
Huh? I do, or not really. Not really? Why do you ask?
Well, I guess I'll have to apologize in advance.
Recalling the rumors he mentioned in the afternoon about the treasure in the blue hole, unease washes over me. You're going to look for that treasure?
The wind's getting stronger because of the high tide. It's the perfect time for a treasure hunt. Let's go.
He holds me in his arms and rushes to the shore. The waves intensify and slowly engulf everything I can see. Meanwhile, a terrifying behemoth reveals itself in the center of the blue hole. It's only level 15? You're also not gonna let me use the sea god? That's rude. I've been using the sea god for everything. It's been great. They won't even let me add extra cards. Okay. Rude.
The flames of revenge burn bright.
Here it comes.
This teamwork thing is going great.
We're the best.
Did you spot its weakness?
That's what this thing
It's almost over. Don't let it get away.
Go back to the pit you came from.
You were too close to it.
You're good.
Thank you.
It's just bluffing.
I agree.
This teamwork thing is going great.
We're the best.
Just a scratch. I'll be fine.
This is just the prelude.
Come on.
You won't escape.
This teamwork thing is going great.
Here's our chance.
Bring it
It
on.
is so weird to be doing this.
You were
I'm
too close
so
to
used
it.
to the Lemurian God's companion at this point. It's like all the moves are completely
Oh
different.
man, it recovered so fast. Why are you getting closer to it? Come back here.
This teamwork thing is going great.
We're the best.
Come on.
It was just a scratch.
Fine.
Do you think it knows something about music?
If it doesn't,
I'm here.
I'm okay.
This teamwork thing is going great.
Here's our
There's a
chance.
second set of shields. We're
Trust
going
me on
to
this.
Of course.
Ardent Oath. And I don't think that's going to kill it.
You were
but
too
it is
close
going
to
get
it.
it down to 1 health bar.
Go back to the pit you came from.
Yes.
This is all too easy.
Not even a challenge.
Excuse you. And then I'm going to take a second to stretch. Okay. Okay. We're going to pause for a second, and Daisy says, "Hi, girly, feeling better? Throat still hurts, but I'm getting there. I'm recovering." Alright. So I am going to... I'm... Very poor timing. Sorry, Daisy. I'm going to take a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, back. Daisy says, only use the oath when the boss is weak. That's when it hits hard. Yeah, that's why I try to get the shields completely down, and then I use the Ardent Oath. Yes, I'm so glad you could be here. I know you said today is your day off, so I hope you're enjoying your day. A crown next to your name. What does that mean? I don't know what that crown next to your name means. But, okay, 1 second. Yeah, since my throat still hurts a bit, I've been drinking a lot of water, hence why I had to take a quick bathroom break. Okay. Sorry, just wanted to check something really quick. Alright. Okay, part 10. Alright, 1 second. I just saw someone post. Okay, sorry. I saw someone had posted to my work chat, so I just wanted to check what it was. Okay. There we go. The protofield disappeared. Hush. In the depths of the dark blue sea, light sporadically flashes, struggling to keep my eyes open. Daisy, it might be because you've commented so much in the last few days? I don't know. I wonder if YouTube is trying to roll out something similar to Twitch? I don't know. Thank you, either way. I'm sure it has something to do with how much you've interacted with the channel, and I very much appreciate that, so I don't know. Struggling to keep my eyes open, I can't find my way. I think we fell straight into the blue hole. I'll swim towards the light and see where it leads.
Don't swim. Stop. Now turn your head.
I do as he says. However, trying to turn while underwater is surprisingly difficult. A familiar warmth suddenly cradles the back of my head. Strands of hair gracefully drift into my view, and they're followed by a gentle kiss.
Try it.
Try what? My steady breathing is accompanied by the faint fragrance... My steady breathing is accompanied by the faint fragrance of fresh sea salt. It permeates my entire being. I'm taken aback. I can breathe. I'm not even choking on water. I'm more surprised you can talk. Like, breathing is one thing, but the fact you can talk.
Do you also want to see if your tears can turn into pearls?
Raphael, why would you say that? Ow. Oh, I was not expecting that. That just knife to the heart and twist. Raphael carefully runs his fingers along the area around my eyes. He instantly conjures up a thumb-sized... Sorry. Daisy, OMG, why? Right? I was not prepared. I was not prepared. Raphael carefully runs his fingers along the area around my eyes. He instantly conjures up a thumb-sized flamula like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
The tide is rising. Come on, let's find my treasure.
Oh, it's your treasure now. The fish affectionately rubs its belly against Raphael's fingertips. With a flick of its tail, it swims toward the depths of the blue hole as if it were our guide. Okay, Daisy, I know you haven't been here this whole time, but, like, did we really have to call it the blue hole? Was there really nothing else we could come up with? Did the localizers not even think about this? Is there really a hidden Lemurian treasure at the bottom?
Only the undercurrent beneath the high tide and the tiniest fish know its location.
I playfully I'm trying to use too many L's. I playfully poke the flamula swimming next to me. Unafraid, it swims closer and nuzzles my cheek. Aww. Why is the flamula sillier than the one outside? It doesn't even have a sense of caution.
It's not the fish's fault. It only dares to come close because you have a familiar scent.
Raphael, why is my scent familiar? Oh. Are you talking about when you kissed me? Oh, okay.
Obviously, it's not just because of that.
As we head deeper into the blue hole, the undercurrents become more and more intricate. The light has disappeared. In Raphael's palm, a small flame materializes. It casts a gentle glow while fish playfully swim around it. So we can breathe underwater, we can talk underwater, and now he can use flame underwater. Okay.
We're close to the entrance.
Daisy, who knows at this point? Maybe it's the translation again, but let's go with blue hole LMAO. I mean, what else are we gonna say? A force surges through the water. My heartbeat quickens, and I soon find myself tightly gripping Raphael's hands. Sorry.
Are you scared?
Hand. Maybe a little. I shake my head. I try to peer into the depths of the darkness with the help of Raphael's firelight. However, I can't find the source of that mysterious force. And now Anvil has a crown too! What is going on? But Anvil says SpongeBob logic. I hate that that was my first thought too. Are the crowns, YouTube? I shake my... Okay. However, I can't find the source of the mysterious force. Good news. Our target is probably in the same place.
And the bad news?
My diving knowledge is limited. The deeper we go, the stronger the undercurrent gets. How deep do we need to be?
After we follow the surging tide and pass through a crevice, we'll reach a hidden fjord.
Anvil says, I think it's a supporter thing, which does make sense. It's just funny that it came out of nowhere. But, I mean, again, thank you so much to both of you for supporting me.
The undercurrent in the crevice will be even more chaotic. Make sure to hold on to me tightly when the time comes.
Anvil says there's literally an XP bar at the top of the chat. Hang on. I want to see what this looks like. Let me go to my channel. Let me go to live. Get this. Oh yeah. Top fans. Although it looks like you guys are both tied with 75 XP. Every time I post a chat, it goes up by 25 XP. Yeah, it's only seeable by users. Mine is currently at 25%. Yeah. Well, it looks like Daisy says, hi Anvil, don't take my first place though. I have 75 XP right now. It looks like you guys are tied. So, yeah, it looks like it's capped at 75. I might have to do some more research. I bet it could probably go up if I had more followers. Drat. Obviously, my goal is I would love to get enough followers on this channel that I can get monetized and actually, like, is it wrong to say I would love to make money from doing these streams? Like, that would be a really nice little bonus. Just saying. Okay. Alright. Raphael just said to make sure I hold on to him. Suddenly the undercurrent becomes stronger. It propels me forward wildly. When we come to... Anvil says, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I feel weird saying it, because, like, I always feel weird talking about money, especially publicly, but like, it would be nice. Hashtag goals. Alright. When we come to a stop, we find ourselves in a deeper part of the sea. I notice it's blue and red. Raphael, have you planned this? Those are really pretty shades of blue and red, though. Those are like some of my favorite colors right there. Excuse me. In serene darkness, a gentle light emanates below. It grows brighter only to dim. It's reminiscent of an aging heart's unhurried rhythm.
This is the island's cornerstone. It once bore the weight of Lemuria's past and future.
Okay then. We slowly descend to the source of the light. Eventually, soft yet firm ground touches my feet. The flammula approaches Raphael's flame. It vanishes at his feet and the fire disappears. The faint light fades only to flare up again. This... Raphael, you look so sad! Please stop looking so sad!
It's part of Lemuria's long-lost Tome of the Sea God.
I was not expecting so many reminders. I was not expecting so many reminders of the myth. Under a tender radiance, the crimson seaweed on the seabed comes to life. They resemble a field of fire. We stand on a massive, thick stone slab. The engravings on its surface are the light source. Those glowing marks look like symbols. Legend has it that the Tome of the Sea God contains prophecies about Lemuria's future. How does MC know this? I feel like these should have been Raphael's lines.
But this part speaks of oblivion, not the future.
Are you referring to how the world forgot about Lemuria's history?
It's not just that. There's also power. Those who borrowed power from the sea, but traded in the end.
Are we talking about me? I hope we're not talking about me.
They mistook the sea's tolerance for submission and forgot about its cruelty.
That's what the fuck I've been saying! No, I just commented earlier on like, the sea's heart is not pure and good. The sea is an asshole.
But I remember, and I will reclaim this forgotten power.
Daisy says, told you the twist. The funniest thing, like, I forgot you even mentioned a twist yesterday, so, like, this is blindsiding me. Looks like that's where I come in, huh? What do you need me to do? You are the bride of the sea god. Raphael takes my hand as he materializes a dagger. Does he need my blood?
Only those who have a bond with the sea god can awaken the tome.
Oh, we're just coming out and saying it. We're just, okay. Time for a drink. We are just coming right out and saying it. Nice.
I need you to bear with me for a moment.
I mean, I'm on board, but I think you're gonna need to explain the whole sea god thing to MC. The dagger grazes my fingertip. A drop of my blood is quickly sealed in a tiny bubble that falls onto the vibrant red seaweed. The distant roar of a tsunami echoes in my mind, accompanied by immense glowing symbols swirling and materializing. They pierce my body and ascend. Fragmented images that are bathed in a golden glow and a childlike voice break through the haze. They flood my mind.
You awakened me.
Whose memory is this?
Hey, are you listening?
I'm not stranded. It's the waves. They're just too strong.
Daisy, so is this when they met in childhood in this timeline, or is this going back to God of Tides? Could you just let me know? I'm guessing it's this timeline.
Where I come from, if you say you like someone's scales, that means you like them.
Yeah, he sounds so young. I'm guessing it's this timeline.
You humans are bold. We've only known each other for a day, and you're already thinking about our next meeting.
I'm sorry. The way he said that, I'm just picturing a woman in a Jane Austen novel fluttering her fan going, "You want to see me again? That's so bold. How could you just ask that?"
Remember, we'll see each other again at this spot next year. This bond means you'll definitely come back to me. I'll always wait for you.
Daisy says yes, this timeline. Okay. Then I, too... Wait. Excuse me. The waves sweep away these fragmented memories. A cold breeze tinged with the scent of seaweed caresses my face, and I struggle to open my eyes. Raphael. Golden symbols pulsate with immense power. They surge into Raphael's body. With his eyes tightly shut and his face pale, he collapses into my arms. I noticed that she just took that whole sea god thing in stride, and I'm sure she'll ask about it later, but like, the fact she didn't question that at all amuses me. The Flamula swims past me, its tail leaving behind a trail of bubbles. My gaze follows it to the crevice found on the fjord's cliff. As a shield of golden light blocks the turbulent seawater around us, I tightly hold onto Raphael and swim toward the crevice. You can't see me, but I am sitting up straighter as I read this. And we're just going straight into 11, because now I'm locked in. We leave the blue hole via a narrow gap in the seabed. When we resurface, we find ourselves in the ocean. There's a small island in the distance. A nearby ship gently rocks with the waves. It looks as if it's been waiting for a long time. Boarding the ship's hold, I look at its old mast and sails. I know this is the same ship that ran aground on the island. What did you do? What just happened? Raphael, are you okay?
Yeah.
That is not my first question, obviously. After the Tome of the Sea God activated, what happened exactly? I remembered something, and when I returned to you, you were already... Raphael leans against the deck and sits. With his elbow bent, he props himself up.
I said I'll give you an answer.
Yeah, I should hope so.
Give me like a minute to...
I forgot, he's a brat. The poor baby does not look okay. Is he alright? Sweetie... He does not look okay. What's wrong? Did you get hurt?
No.
Oh.
This couldn't be considered gentle.
Daisy says get ready for this. Oh boy.
It's getting...
Worse.
Stay back.
What's going on? I love those eyes. Like that was something that really got me with the trailer for the event. But like, oh my god, when his eyes glow. Oh, he looks so intense. Raphael?
A follower? Or just a lowly sacrifice?
Oh shit. You don't recognize me anymore?
Death. When the storm surges from the deep sea. The
Raphael,
sea
snap out of
god
it.
awakens.
Fuck.
I have no need for traitors.
The authority granted to me by the Ocean's Covenant. Hang on, don't go fast! With the authority granted to me by the Ocean's Covenant, I order you to... How does she know? Oh, sorry. Holy shit!
You...
I'm just sitting here blinking. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I was... Like Anvil says, well then. Do you know who I am, Raphael?
Of course.
Okay, so we're... Okay. Struggling, I sit up and lean back against the cabin wall. I give Raphael a once-over. There aren't any scales or weird things. This is the Raphael I know.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Look.
Have given me a heads up. Daisy says, holy shit indeed. He holds his hand out to me. The fragment in his palm emits a shining light that tugs at my heartstrings. An ether core fragment.
I think it was embedded in the tome. I was drawn to its power. It seems like we both received a gift from the tome of the sea god. But there's always a price to pay for something like that.
You... The waves lap gently against the hull and occasionally splash us. I wipe the seawater off my face and look at the murky ocean. This price you have to pay. What is it? Do you need to be a sacrifice or the sea god?
The dead deep sea and the sea god's power have been awakened. And since I accepted its power, I must answer its call.
I would like to remind Anvil really quickly that this is not a card, this is main story. I was not prepared for this.
Even if certain futures have a predetermined end, I can't refuse.
The ocean pushes the old ship. Exhausted, Raphael rests in my arms and closes his eyes. I look down at him. My heavy heart is drenched as if the wind and rain worked tirelessly to drown it. Does that apply to your future as well? The sails rustle and we're carried deeper into the darkness. The boundless ocean is extraordinarily quiet tonight. So that storm just came up and went out in seconds. Okay. Okay. After returning from Jewel Reef, I submit the unknown protocore fragment to the Association. While waiting for the analysis results, I receive an unexpected call from the Special Operations team about a new discovery. I sent a package?
Yes, you're the sender, and the mailing address says Jewel Reef. Inside it was a small device that was soaked in seawater.
The photo I get reveals a drenched, palm-sized metal disc.
After analyzing the trace elements in the seawater it contained, we saw that they were a perfect match with the ones found in Jewel Reef's blue hole. And upon further examination, we noticed there was a radio frequency chip capable of attuning to metaflux fluctuations.
Huh? It can forcefully induce energy fluctuations. I have a feeling the incident from the other day wasn't a coincidence.
The technology behind this is highly intricate, and currently, only ever, the leading authority in protocore energy technology has managed to achieve it.
Well, imagine my shock. Ever again.
However, it still has some limitations. For example, it can't be remotely activated, so...
The person who activated it must have been at the banquet. While I can acquire the guest list through the Association's intelligence network, I still choose to visit White Sand Bay. He's the only one who can send this item that was salvaged from the sea. He's the only one who could send this item that was salvaged from the sea. He even used my name when handing it over to the Association. Are we back to normal? Are we back to being a brat? You know, my immature, sweet little brat? For the entire morning, dark clouds cover the sky. Heavy and gray, they almost touch the waves' crests as I look at them from a large window. The sound of a pencil against paper faintly resounds. The house's owner treats the news as nothing more than background music. He is moving a lot.
Many guests have gone missing from the island. Their current whereabouts remain unknown.
Wait, what?
The venue of the banquet, Jewel Reef, has been sealed off. There will be a further investigation into the...
News report doesn't have any noticeable details. I walk over to Rafayel and lean down to look at his sketchbook. The intricate lines outline fish and clusters of coral. The shadow lurking in the cave's depths appears to be harboring secrets. I stare at the shadow. As if compelled by an unseen force, I murmur to myself, "They're in the blue hole."
It's possible.
Huh? My words don't form a coherent sentence, yet Raphael understands and responds with a nonchalant chuckle.
Getting lost in the allure of treasure they yearned for half their lives. It might be a sweet dream for them.
You know who the missing people are.
You also saw them.
Is it those ever idiots? That's no loss, then. Meeting his gaze, I'm silent for a moment. They're from Ever. Yeah, no loss. Okay. No biggie. There's no doubt that they created the device to lure in wanderers, but I don't have the chance to question the motives of those people who were involved.
Compared to those who willingly entered the blue hole, aren't you here for something more important?
Of course, that package.
Yeah, I figured as much. Maybe it can bring you closer to the truth you're seeking. As for the other thing, if you want to talk about that forgotten promise, you don't need to bring it up now. The weather's so bad today, and I'm not in the mood for a tragedy, you know. Why don't we talk about something cheerful instead?
Okay. Though the details of my encounter with Raphael remain hazy, I managed to retrieve anew fragmented, vague memories. During that year, I fell into a deep sleep for 3 or 4 days due to a high fever. When I woke up, I lost a lot of memories, and my meeting with Raphael happened to occur before I got sick. Raphael sighs and puts down the paintbrush.
You don't think I'm avoiding this topic because I'm trying to run away from it, right?
I mean, I just...
You want to say you forgot a lot of things from your childhood because of reasons, but you're worried it'll come off as you not wanting to take responsibility.
Are you sure you don't have telepathy? Did you actually go to the beach to wait for me?
Are you asking about the year after that? Or every year after that?
Ow. My poor fish. My poor, poor fish. Observing my expression, Raphael appears somewhat resigned. Then he suddenly pokes my forehead.
You don't need to feel bad about it. I'm not dumb enough to actually wait for you every year, you know.
I don't believe you. I think you absolutely waited every year.
But I did think about how to settle the score with you.
That I do believe. Raphael stands up and gently pushes me into a chair. He places my hand on his chest in a half-joking, half-serious manner.
The power within the Tome of the Sea God will protect everything that belongs to the sea. This includes our bond. If you can't let it go, why not just order me now not to hold a grudge over what happened back then?
Daisy says, it's amazing how the story is connected with his new myth. I love it. Absolutely. It's... I was surprised initially when I found out that this game was in development for 5 years before the official launch. But like with how interwoven everything is, I absolutely believe it now, Daisy. And the fact that he waited 800 years, right? It's like, okay, how long has it been? Let's say it's been 14 years at least since that first meeting in this timeline. We will assume. Unless it was even before that with Ever. But however long he's been waiting. It just... Yeah, no. The way the whole story is interwoven. I've seen a few people seem to misinterpret people saying good writing. And they're like, but the text is stupid and it's vague and it doesn't tell that much. No, the good writing is the way everything weaves together and the fact that everything is connected. That's what people call the good writing. Looking into his eyes, I realize he's sincerely asking me to do it. Well then. Okay, so it shouldn't be used like that, or I order you to. I'm gonna go with it shouldn't be used. While I don't fully understand it yet, I'm pretty sure our bond shouldn't be used like that. Oh, but sure, we can use it to order him to kill us and break his own heart. Yeah, sure, but let's not order him not to hold a grudge. Okay. They are different, but still. You said that I would definitely come back to you, and you'd always wait for me.
Does our promise still mean something to you then?
136 pulls, Raphael. I never want you to question my loyalty again. Anvil says best not. Yeah. According to the weather forecast, there will be a storm today. Everyone's been advised not to leave home unless it's absolutely necessary.
But you came here.
Yes, I did. Because I know you're waiting for me. Raphael breaks into a smile and takes my hand into his palm. The heavy downpour descends, carrying with it a majestic force that seeks to wash away all remnants of the past. The surging waves crash against the shore. Sea spray soars as if there's a fierce battle between the sky and the ocean. But in the end, rainwater and seawater will find their way back to each other. They will return to how they were before they parted ways. That was beautiful. That ending line was poetry. That was great. All right. Well, we've only been going for about an hour and a half, so we have a little more time. Okay. Oh, there's more to Prologue to Tomorrow. Okay, I didn't realize that. All right, onward again. After several ether core fragments were retrieved, Special Operations shifted its focus onto Ever, as it should. Their involvement in every recent ether core incident was far too frequent to be a mere coincidence. This business conglomerate, which started in the biotech industry, isn't as clean as it appears at first glance. Really? Really?
Our positions aside, Ever's technological advancements are pretty impressive.
Simone sits next to me, slipping some ice cream into her mouth as she jabs the computer screen in front of me. At this moment, Ever's biannual product launch is about to be broadcast worldwide.
They can achieve things proficiently with machines, when people with Evol couldn't.
Here yesterday when I said that it took me this long to realize that Evol is just love spelled backwards. I am embarrassed how long it took me to realize that.
Machines?
Andrew's voice comes from behind a row of translucent displays.
Based on what I can tell, it's not possible for them to make consecutive technological breakthroughs in such a short period of time. Not through normal means, at least.
The The frequency in ways wanderers have been appearing these past few months continue to steadily increase.
The sound balancing in this scene is awful. They were talking quietly, so I turned the sound up, and then the news broadcast came on, and it was almost twice as loud. During the broadcast, the spokesperson holds up a device that's about the size of a bottle cap.
We'd like to introduce to you our newly designed portable flux stabilizer.
Daisy says evol in Deepspace. Well, I mean, apparently evol is something that's also used in the Mr. Love Queen's Choice game. And possibly... I haven't looked too much into Love and Producer, or whatever that one's called yet. But I believe that one's connected as well.
It can regulate the frequency of surrounding metaflux fluctuations, thereby stabilizing the protofield and reducing the likelihood of wanderer materialization.
That's good. Why don't I trust you? The audience erupts in thunderous applause. Meanwhile, away from the screen, I exchange knowing glances with my team members. They aren't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts, or we might as well start planning our early retirement party. We are going with... Sounds like it operates the same principle as the devices that attract wanderers, but it has the opposite effect. Ever made this gadget and we're supposed to believe it's for the greater good? As if. They aren't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. Simone frowns at the screen.
This is nothing but a blatant provocation. We barely had time to suspect something was off before they brought out this product launch.
Yeah, they're being brazen about it, too. It's like they're daring us to keep investigating with what we know so far.
That's unlikely to happen.
As soon as Simone and I hear Captain Jenna's voice coming from the entrance, we stand up behind the screens. Andrew nods at Jenna. Captain?
Captain.
The fact that they're hosting a high-profile product launch.
Captain! Captain! Would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy?
Means they've already covered their tracks. They wouldn't take this risk if there were a possibility of us finding incriminating evidence.
Jenna walks over to the command desk and places a thick folder on it. The three of us gather around her.
The analysis report for the previous fragments has just come out. Let's take a look.
She taps the command desk twice. An irregular spherical structure appears before us.
They're from the same ether core. Based on its characteristics, we're officially naming it Spatium Core.
Anvil got the epic reference, thank you. A spatium core that can manipulate space. I know of at least 3 different ether cores now. How many ether cores are there? And do you think they're like the, oh my god, what are they called? The Infinity Stones. Do you think they're like the Infinity Stones from Marvel? And like... let me finish this thought and then I'll respond to Anvil. But like, do you think it's gonna be several ether cores that each have like a different power and a different element, and like MC is gonna have to collect them all and then, I don't know, restart the world or something? I don't know. I'm spitballing. Anvil says, it's been in all my short and reels algorithms lately. At all. Anvil, the MacGuffin plot device. Kind of. I'm wondering if they will go with that. I think it would be interesting. But obviously, I have no clue where this game is going. As more ether cores appear, it's only a matter of time before the public becomes aware of this extraordinary energy source.
It's just that the fragments of the spatium core are held together by some kind of gravitational pull.
She points to the center of several fragments.
Right here. One fragment is missing.
So there's 3 fragments. Are we supposed to play all 3 branches to get all 3 fragments? And then, like, we're waiting for either probably Silas's branch to get the 4th bit? Jenna leads forward, looking at us again.
Special Operations' next objective is clear. We must recover this crucial ether core fragment before further complications arise.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, right. There's something you need to know.
With quick reflexes, Simone intercepts Andrew, distracting him under the pretense of exploring new avenues for weapon enhancement with the recently collected data. No ends. When only we remain in the meeting room, Jenna pauses before activating her watch.
There's more. I couldn't talk about it during the meeting. But it's something you need to know.
A message is transmitted to my watch at her gesture. The words "Ever Secret Investigation Report" float in front of me.
A line in there involves what happened at your house that day.
Oh. Okay. Daisy, I hope we can destroy Ever in the future, but the thing is that they are like the backbone of Lincoln and the planet, basically, so who knows what will happen. I feel like Ever is going to... we're going to have to destroy Ever in some form. However, I am developing a theory. Now, I don't know... I haven't watched any of Zane's myths. And I'm still behind on... I haven't finished the Death and Rebirth playthrough in the main story. The newest update. So I may be totally off with this. But what if Astra is the CEO of Ever? Because, like, I'm fairly convinced that, like, Astra is going to be the big bad. Like, we have a sea god. So many things are divine. I would not be surprised if we get a fallen angel Silas arc myth coming up, which... New Silas myth would be great. But only once I've had a chance to grind and save for diamonds. But I'm kind of thinking Astra is going to be the big bad. That's my suspicion right now. Except again, I haven't actually seen anything that involves Astra. I kind of just know the name from what people have talked about, and like I know it's the god that Zane is supposed to be serving, but that he keeps betraying to be with MC. So, like, sneaking suspicion. We'll see where it goes, obviously.
Anyway, I've sent it to your Hunter's Watch. You can read it when you're home.
Okay. Understood. Thick clouds swallow up the remaining patches of sky. It's dark now, and the wind sweeps away the last remnants of the sunset. All that remains is a bleak white. Weather forecast said there will be heavy rain. At some point, the streets have become quiet. It's as if someone sensed the approaching... It's as if people sensed the approaching storm and are now hiding. Daisy says, lots of people say that. It's a theory, but could be true. I feel like things are pointing that way, and I also wouldn't be surprised if, like I said, Astra turns out to be the Ever CEO. I definitely don't think the Ever CEO is going to be the sixth love interest. If we get a sixth love interest, I'm still not convinced. I can see lightning in the distance as it flashes under a cloud. Thunder roars closer again. I should go home. Yes, you should. As I'm about to move, a sound presses against my heart like a string, sending a shiver down my spine. It's time for another eye reference. Again? Oh, my heart responds to that eye. The world fades around me. But the call I hear becomes clearer. It's behind that, somewhere in the distance, lies the power of Etherport. Okay. I do not believe that that cosmic eye is Silas. I just don't. Like, I get why people think it does. The first time I was playing through and I saw it, I thought it was related to Silas. But and even in this playthrough, I'm like, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. I don't believe that's Silas's eye. It just doesn't fit, especially this whole, the answer is behind that eye. Like, I'm convinced that eye is Astra. I just don't believe that it's Silas. Okay, but we're gonna wrap it up soon. But for now... Daisy, yes, me neither. It doesn't make sense that it is Silas. It doesn't. It just doesn't line up. Like, in the earlier chapters, when you first see it, like, I feel like it is a red herring that they kind of want you to think that it's Silas. But in the early chapters, maybe. But the fact we're still seeing it now, after long-awaited revelry, that doesn't make sense to me. I just don't believe that that eye is related to Silas. Okay. Auto-equip. So, the recommended memory level for this fight is 18. The cards I have picked out are 50, 35, 40, 50, 45, and 44. I also have the Lemurian Sea God Companion. This should be a breeze.
The storm shall crush impudence.
Here it comes.
The tide's judgment
shall descend here and now.
It's almost over. Don't let it get away.
Oh my god, I cleared it.
The tide is rising.
Level.
Fall back.
Nope. Get out of there. 2, 1.
The tide's judgment
shall descend here and now.
Here's our chance.
The waves know of focus on staying safe.
You won't escape.
In the sea's name.
Everything went well.
That is how I like my fights. And I forgot to switch the screen over. I am so sorry. That is how I like my fights, where I am overpowered and trounce everything. Okay. There we go.
Destruction's tide has arrived. These waters will be your final. The tide's judgment
Shall descend here and now.
Here's our chance. Did you spot its weakness? It's almost over. Don't let it get away.
You won't.
Oh boy. Daisy, the best feeling when you see how OP your cards are and you don't even have to touch the protocors, right?
The tide's judgment.
Although I've been...
Shall descend here and now.
You were too close to it.
On
My turn.
I hate this thing.
Don't underestimate the power.
The tide's judgment.
Shall descend here.
Ripples in a breeze.
A drop in the ocean.
Okay, there we go. I think there's one more, and I've got like just enough time to do it. Nope. Okay. So, we are finished with Prologue of Tomorrow. So, there won't be a stream tomorrow because I work in the morning. But Thursday, we have the wedding banner. Daisy, OMG, this is so satisfying good to watch compared to my fights. Yeah, no. Like I said, that is how I like my fights. I am overpowered and I trounce everything. That is my happy place. Okay, I'm sorry to rub it in, but like, the Lemurian Sea God Companion has just been so nice. He's so powerful. Now I want the dragon. So, okay. Like I said, no stream tomorrow. Thursday, the wedding banner launches. So, obviously, I will work on that. I'm going to grind tonight and tomorrow to get as many diamonds as I can, because obviously I will be pulling for Rafayel and Silas. Probably emphasis on Rafayel at this point. But I will be aiming for both of them. Daisy, you're ruthless. I'm sorry, is that just like the way I fight, or me being mean and rubbing in that I have the companion? You've seen me play kitty cards. I'm savage at kitty cards. Raphael beat me last night. I was so mad. Ugh. I was so mad. Daisy, I'll get him when it'll be a rerun in 3 years. It probably won't be 3 years, because like we just had the Master of Fate rerun, so it'll probably just be a year or so. But we'll see. But yeah, okay. So, Thursday I will be back, and we will pull for the wedding banner. And aim for Raphael and Silas. And one of the first things I'm gonna do when I have Raphael's outfit is I'm gonna pair it with the long hair. Okay. But for today, I'm going to wrap it here. Thank you so much for coming. I'm very glad. I very much appreciate you being here. Thank you, Daisy. I really hope you enjoy your day off. And yeah. I'm really looking forward to the wedding banner. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and obviously this is going to be a fairly positive place for it. I want to have fun with it. Okay? So, alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say before I go. Silas, do you have anything to say? No, looks like he's sleeping. Alright, so yes, I will be back on Thursday. We will pull for the wedding banner, and we will see what happens. Daisy says, have a nice day, girly. See you next time. And the plan is to survive until the update. LMAO. That's all we can do, right? Okay. I'm actually going to go have a phone call with my boyfriend. All right. Thank you again. And until next time, everyone, stay safe, take care, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye.